Not the prettiest day for lacrosse, but we will take it. Welcome to Jim Goda Stadium, the home of the Moorhead Spuds, as they get ready to host the St. Cloud Crush here on a Saturday afternoon. I'm Tommy Fox, coming to you live for what should be a pretty good game of girls lacrosse here this afternoon. Both teams with records over 500. The Spuds with a 2-1 record after their most recent win against Hermantown Proctor in blowout fashion, 14-2 win. City Martinson with a double hat trick in that game. And I was able to catch up with her after the game, and she sounded pretty confident with her team's abilities for the rest of the season. And Abby Kerpus also had a hat trick in that game as well. So offense was the X factor in that win. For the Crush, they lost 8-7 to Brainerd in their most recent match. So they are 3-1 on the season, looking to make it 4-1 on the road. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Starting with the Crush, it'll be Sunny Orline, Bridget Torberg, Kylie Othoud, Emma Miller, Mariah Booker, Sarah Myers, Claire Stoudinger, Jenna Amundsen, Carolina Larkin, Lauren Juncheski, Cosetti Ritter, and Cecilia Miemken. And for the Spuds, taking the faceoff and in the starting lineup, Sydney Martinson, Lake Parr in goal, Caitlin Canyu, Cami Woidke, Liv Dielstra, Allie Moser, Lily Grafstrom, Aubrey Keeping, Abby Kerpus, Jocelyn Junk, Ava Gilbertson, and Haley Krieg. And away we go here at Jim Goda Stadium. Crush trying to find an opportunity there, and some good defense on the near side. That time by Grafstrom. Grafstrom with a nice spin to get out of trouble, and the pass to Moser. Gilbertson, the pass ahead to Kerpus, ahead of the midfield line. Kerpus, of course, with the hat trick in the most recent win. Kerpus behind the net. Kerpus wraparound try is no good. And it's taken back by St. Cloud. A whistle and a penalty. Going to go against the Spuds. It'll stay with the Crush. Pass intended for Orline is taken the other way by Martinson. She has been an absolute force on the field as she dishes it ahead to Keeping. Keeping inside the 8-meter, now the 5. Works her way behind the net, centering feed, inside, and a nice block. A nice save made there. In the goal that time by Miemken. Now it's the Crush the other way, along the 12-meter. Some good ball movement here from St. Cloud. Pass inside the 5-meter. Parr with the save. Able to scoop it up and clear it. Spuds evade trouble there. Here's Gilbertson, caught in a pickle, tries to get rid of it, does. Intended for Junk. But it'll be cradled by Grafstrom. Ahead to Kerpus, nice pass. Kerpus couldn't handle it, and it goes the other way. This time it's a bad pass from St. Cloud. And taken the other way by Moser. Canyu to Gilbertson. Gilbertson to Keeping. Passes a little low as she's able to get the ground ball. Ahead to Kerpus. Kerpus with a nice angle. Martinson right in front of the net. Nice save made there. Meemkin with the save. Martinson at 14 goals on the season, almost had her 15th. Martinson, I believe, wasn't paying attention as it's batted away. And the Crush have numbers on the near side. Orline pass across. Here is Stoudinger. Looking around. Nice defense there from Krieg. Disrupting the feed. Pass intended for Gilbertson, and it is going to roll out of bounds. And Gilbertson able to get the steal. Moorhead wanted a penalty on St. Cloud. They're not going to get it. Martinson's going to try to make him pay. Martinson weaving through traffic, and it's off the net. Here's Kerpus. Kerpus surveys. Fires to Krieg. Another nice save there by Meemkin. Meemkin's had a pretty good game so far. And those opportunities were in bunches for the Spuds in their last win. A 12-point win for them against Hermantown Proctor. An opportunity here for the Crush, and it's batted away. But taken back by St. Cloud, they'll remain with possession. They'll set up at the 12-meter. And the ground ball scooped up once again, and a whistle and a penalty. And it'll be a free shot from the 8-meter for the Crush. A chance to get on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Here it is. Bouncing attempt, and it's saved by Parr. That didn't really have much of a chance. But Parr still with the great save. Here's Keeping. Ahead to Martinson, and it's wide. Out of her reach. But able to gather it was Gracie Hofer. On the ground. Keeping almost got it back, but it's taken by St. Cloud. And Martinson, great defense. Practically swatting at the stick of Torberg. But the Crush will still have possession as the Spuds couldn't capitalize. But they're able to here as the ground ball is picked up by Moser. Ahead to Gilbertson. Gilbertson to Keeping. Keeping with a nice snag at the midfield line. And Keeping lost the ball. Gilbertson almost got it back, but it's taken once again by the Crush. Just under 5 to play in the first quarter on the Atchison Company scoreboard. No score. Centering feed inside the 5-meter, and it's wide. Some more great passes from the Crush. They haven't been able to capitalize. Gilbertson ahead to Keeping. Finds Kerpus. Kerpus, full head of steam. Kerpus scores! Number 8 on the season, and it's 1-0 just like that.
It's 1-0 Moorhead.
And now on the season, Abby Kerpus is in double figures for points on 8 goals and 2 assists. And that time, Cecilia Miemken couldn't make the save. It was only a matter of time, and here comes Sydney Martinson up the near side. Martinson, a full head of steam. She can fly. Martinson the spin. Martinson through heavy traffic. Martinson, this time denied. And with the way that started, with Martinson winning the opening faceoff, I'm sure a lot of people were thinking, oh, it's going to be her 15th on the year, but she'll have to wait. And there is a whistle on the field. And we are looking, the crush starting from the 12-meter. And they're unable to capitalize as it's taken by Junk. Now it's keeping. Spuz looking to keep it going, and the attempt that time is no good. Good shot from Wojtke as she got the feed from keeping. Crush looked to clear, and they do. Across the midfield line. Now on the far side. Ball rolling towards the out-of-bounds line. And St. Cloud able to maintain possession. Centering feed, and they score. A terrific answer from the Crush. And the game is tied at 1 apiece. This time, the Crush were able to get a centering feed to cash in the back of the net. And it is 1-1 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. And we'll have a scoring update in a few moments.
St. Cloud's had Tiger goal credited to number 12, Mariah Booker.
It'll be Mariah Booker tying the game at 1. Finally able to find the back of the net for the Crush, and it's intercepted by Martinson. Martinson with a 3-on-1 disadvantage. Martinson, her shot might have been deflected. Pass inside to Gilbertson. Ground ball scooped up at the end, almost. Now it is finally taken by Miemken. And a very solid clear up ahead to Staudinger. Here come the Crush. Inside the 5-meter, the spin. And some congestion inside the 5-meter near the crease. And now it's Canyu. Almost another opportunity for the Crush, but Haley Creek said not today. Here's Keeping. Lots of green grass ahead. Keeping inside the 12, inside the 5, and that might have just been knocked out of her stick.
1 minute remaining in our first quarter. 1 minute.
Under a minute to play in the first on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Game tied at 1. Some good passes from the Crush, not that time. Some more great defense. This is Booker again, and she scores! able to knock it out of the stick of Reese Astrup. Reese Astrup. And she got the ground ball.
Goal scored once again by number 12, Mariah.
And now the Crush have a 2-1 lead.
Quarter goal at 11:18. St. Cloud Tech 2, Moorhead 1.
Martinson unable to win the faceoff until Dielstra takes it across the midfield line. Dielstra penetrates and she falls down, and she's slow to get up. Now it's Ingebretson. Just inside the 12 meters, circles out. Wants Astrup, finds her. Astrup to Keeping, nice feed. Keeping in traffic and a penalty. And they're going to wave it off as that is the end of the first quarter. The Crush coming into Jim Goda Stadium and making a solid statement. Up 2-1 on the Atchison Company scoreboard going into the second when we come back.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day, and in return to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful, and it really brings me back every day.
A 2-1 Crush lead going into the second. And the Spuds in a little bit of trouble here as they're really struggling to find the back of the net. Only goal of the game has come from Abby Kerpus, which started the scoring, but 2 unanswered goals for St. Cloud. Two goals for Mariah Booker, and she's played phenomenal defense inside the 12-meter. The Spuds have tried to move it up the field, but once again, some great defense by the Crush to stop any transition goals. And the Spuds love to go coast to coast, something Martinson does so well, and she might try to do it here. And says she'll find Keeping. Crossing the 12-meter, Keeping inside Gilbertson. She's in trouble. And a whistle on the field. Flag is out. Keeping with a free shot from the 8-meter. Penalty against the Crush. Keeping to tie the game. Another nice block. Inside, she scores. On the rebound, and it's 2-2. She would not be denied. Keeping with number 5 on the year. And a 2-2 game just into the second on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Right on cue when the Spuds needed their offense to get going, they relied on Aubrey Keeping.
Time of that Spud second quarter goal. 37 seconds.
Did Martinson get the assist then? That's right. Martinson wins the faceoff once again. Here's Keeping. Keeping in traffic. Keeping looking to do it herself again, but she can't. And Mimka with the stick save. And a bad pass across the midline. Ball on the far side. Crush trying to answer back. Good defense from Krieg. Centering feed is no good as Parr was right there, and there was a lot of Spuds inside the 5 and near the crease. And a penalty is going to be assessed. Keeping with the pass to Martinson. Martinson through traffic. Martinson unable to take it coast to coast. But she was hit. And she'll have a free shot from in between the 8 and the 5. Martinson tried the bottom corner of the net, unsuccessful. And another whistle and another penalty. A lot of physicality here in this second quarter. 9:30 to play before the halftime break. Taken by Martinson. Martinson centering feed. Here is Jonk and another whistle. And she'll have a free shot from the 8. After drawing contact. Whistles one right into the stick of Mimka. She has been on fire against a red-hot Moorhead team offensively. Safe to say the Crush have come prepared. St. Cloud looking for a quick response. A nice screen from Booker. Ground ball almost scooped up by Jonk. Now it's going to be scooped up by Hofer. Back just in front of the 12. Near side, centering feed off the crossbar. That was dangerous, as here's Krieg. Krieg. Nice feed up ahead to Dielstra. Dielstra the spin. Finds Keeping off her stick. And it's taken the other way. Keeping at a golden opportunity to score. But the pass was just wide. And checking into the game is Kaylee Ingebretson. Cross on the far side and scooped up by Krieg. Some contact, whistle, going the other way. Ingebretson with the speed. Dealstra with the pass. It is Wojtke. Wojtke in front of the net, keeping, almost got it. But it's cleared by St. Cloud's Mimka. Crush slowing down the pace. Here's Booker. Booker just wide. And out of play. As the clock continues to run, it's still a 2-2 game. Gilbertson finds Junk. Splits the two defenders. Junk inside the 5. She scores!
Moorhead spud goal.
She got it from Gilbertson
Excellent job.
before taking it the distance and putting the Spuds up top 3-2.
Spud's second quarter goal at 5:56 makes it 3-2 Moorhead.
And you can say it's only a matter of time before Martinson finds the back of the net. But if the Spuds are able to get goals from their other players, who knows what they have a chance to accomplish later down the road. Just over 6 minutes to play in the first half. And once again, Martinson wins the faceoff right out of the gate. Martinson, ground ball, almost took it coast to coast. Mimko with the save. Mimko with the pass on the far side. Here come the Crush. Some good defense by Geist. Behind the net. Now it's Krieg. Pass was intended for Orline, but it's wide. Here is Juncheski. And a whistle, it'll stay with the Crush. And it'll be Juncheski from the 12. Couple of passes to start things out. One pass is too high. And a little bit of frustration being shown here by St. Cloud. And Parr with a solid clear up to Keeping. Keeping gets it out of trouble. Here's Jonk. Now it's Gilbertson. Gilbertson looking to take it the distance. Gilbertson to keep Kerpis. Kerpis unsuccessful. And a couple of ground balls. Ingebretson to Dealstra. Now it's going the other way. Spuds with another opportunity and they just could not cash in. Kerpus was right there, but Meemstra with another great save. Approaching 3 minutes to play on the Atchison Company scoreboard, 3-2 Spuds. Juncheski. Now it's Amundsen. Amundsen around a screen. And it could not be secured. There have been many instances where that has been the Achilles heel for the Crush. Unable to secure passes that could potentially result in goals. And right here, the Crush have a chance. Parr with the save. Parr looking to clear. And she'll just pass it to Geist. Wojtke almost got it. Keeping with some great defense. Canyu is right there. Some heavy traffic. Gilbertson got hit. She'll take it back. Now it's Stavanger. Stavanger through traffic across the 12. Now inside the 5. Right there, and a nice save by Miemka. We might have ourselves a low-scoring affair. A goalie battle could be in the works here at the Goda. Still 3-2, under 2 to play in the first half. Madison guys with some good defense. Once again. Now it's Canyu. Also played good defense on that last play. Approaching 1 minute exactly on the second quarter clock. Ahead to Gilbertson. Gilbertson finds keeping. She lost the ball. But it's taken by Jonk. Jonk tipped by Miemka. Martinson tried getting it back off the goal crossbar. What are the odds of that? You do not really see that often. That's called a double doink, ladies and gentlemen. Under 20 seconds to play. There might not be enough time for the Crush to get the game-tying goal. And that's a wrap for the first half of play here at the Goda. Only 1 second, and they'll just let it run out. A 3-2 game through 2 quarters. We still have 2 more quarters to play to decide the winner here on this Saturday afternoon. It has been a dogfight between these 2 stellar teams, and we'll see who comes out on top at the end of it. 3-2 on the Atchison Company scoreboard when we return from halftime. This is Minnesota Girls Lacrosse on Spuds TV.
Hi, I'm Katie with First Community Credit Union, and we're here in Fargo, North Dakota at Bailey's PDR. So what made you choose FCCU for your business needs?
I love the customer support that they give, that I have people's phone numbers that I can reach whenever I need to. When you're conducting business, you don't have hours to hopefully make up a financial decision, so sometimes you need those questions answered, and at FCCU, they're there always for you.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
More than 80 years ago, First Community Credit Union was established by farmers for farmers. We know farmers and ranchers are the backbone of our communities. That's why First Community Credit Union is proud to serve and support our local ag producers. Our expert staff know and understand the local ag industry because they grew up in it. From operating loans to equipment and real estate purchases, we can help ensure your operation is a success. First Community Credit Union, rooted in your future.
Atchison Companies is a private investment firm focused on helping small businesses succeed. We are more than investors. We are proven hands-on operators. Atchison Companies works with independent businesses in the manufacturing, distribution and engineering sectors. We invest across the Northern Plains with a buy and hold philosophy, while providing stable leadership and a proven operating system. Atchison Companies is proud to support the Moorhead Spuds.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
A 3-2 game going into the second half of play. Tommy Fox coming to you live from Jim Goda Stadium. Alex Ryan is our producer here this afternoon. And a little update on our streaming schedule. For those who are interested in tuning in to the girls softball game after the lacrosse game, the game has been canceled due to Hill Murray's request. So apologies for the inconvenience for that. Hill Murray once again canceled via their request. So no softball on Spuds TV this afternoon. For the Spuds, offensively, they haven't been able to get going at a consistent rate. They still were able to find the back of the net goals from Abby Kerpus, Aubrey Keeping, and Jocelyn Junk. But their main X factor, Sydney Martinson, hasn't been able to get going. She's had some opportunities, but the Crush have been able to counter with some great defense, especially in the goal. Cecilia Miemken has really made it difficult for Martinson to get a groove. Hopefully this is a different turn of events for Martinson and she can get some points on the board. But her team's up 3-2 and that's all that matters, and the second half is underway. Fight for the ground ball, almost picked up by the Spuds. And it is by Jonk. Jonk with the spin. The defense from Staudinger as he's able to knock it out of the stick of Jonk. Rolling towards the near side, near corner. Pass back to Staudinger. Staudinger with the pass. Behind the net. Now on the far side. Defense from Dielstra. And a ground ball almost into the back of the net. But it's taken by Parr. And that was another opportunity for the Crush, and they could not capitalize. Pass over the head of Wojtke. Tried getting the pass from Grafstrom. Orline with the pass. The Crush are playing it safe right now. They're not really playing at a high pace right now, just trying to play a little tic-tac-toe and just a little bit of keep away. They do not want Sidney Martinson to get going. Krieg with the steal. Able to keep it to herself. Now it's Gilbertson. Martinson gets it. Martinson evades trouble across the midfield line. And here she goes. Martinson through heavy traffic. Martinson scores! There it is. First goal of the game, 15th on the year. Went the distance, and it paid off, finally. Able to find the back of the net, and it's 4-2 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. That is what she's done all season long. Just taking it right to the rack. Just a sensational player. And she wins the faceoff. And a great decision, able to find Dielstra. Dielstra with the speed. Pass intended for Kerpus, and she'll let it roll out of play. Kerpus was right in front of the crease, too. And she'll look around. Finds Gilbertson. Gilbertson being chased on her way to the ball. Able to find Wojtke. Wojtke weaves her way inside the 12. And there is a whistle. And a penalty against St. Cloud. And this will be a free shot from the 8 for Cami Wojtke. Chance to make it 5-2. She does have an awkward angle, and it showed there. Not the best angle in the world. Tried a bouncer, and now it's Gilbertson. Now it's Kerpus with the pass to Wojtke. Now it's Gilbertson, finds Kerpus. Kerpus inside, and they score! Centering feed from Abby Kerpus. She'll get the assist. And we'll get a scoring update in just a moment. Looked like it was Stavanger. And it was. What a pass from Kerpus. On the near side, just an absolute laser to make it 5-2 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. And now the Spuds offense is starting to get rolling. Martinson with another face-off win. Almost the exact same play as the last time. Martinson checks out. Stavanger back in. Kerpus looking around, had it batted away from her stick. Batted out of her stick, rather, and it's going to roll out of play. It'll stay on this side of the field. Approaching 7 minutes to play in the third. Kerpis wanted keeping, couldn't find her. Kerpis inside, they score! Oh, Kerpis is dropping dimes left and right, able to find Ingebretson. The same exact play, but on the far side.
4:53, the time of that spud goal is 6-2 Moorhead.
Number 2 on the year for Ingebretson. And a timeout is going to be called on the field, and we'll step aside as well. A 6-2 lead for the Spuds when we come back on Spuds TV.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Kerpis has been playing with purpose today. Back-to-back assists here in the third. Goals from Stavanger and Ingebretson have made it 6-2. All after the Sydney Martinson goal to start the third. So it's safe to say the Spuds are getting hot at the perfect time. The Crush getting a sense of comfortability. But now they're starting to have their backs against the wall. Here is Kerpis looking to take it to the rack again. Missed badly right over the net. But the Spuds will maintain possession. Junk. Looking around. Here's Ingebretson. Across to Gilbertson. Gilbertson to Kerpis. Does she have another assist in mind? Finds Gilbertson in front of the net. She won't get it that time. Pass from Mimka up ahead to Booker. Across to Orline. Orline with the centering pass. Just behind the 12-meter. And that was a bad miss by St. Cloud. And a line change for the Spuds. They have an opportunity here. Ingebretson with a clear lane. but it gets closed immediately. Good hustle from the Crush to get set once again, as there was a lot of green grass. Kerpis trying a little wraparound. Will she do it? She thought about it. Centering feed once again, but now it's keeping. I believe Kerpis might have faked me out. I thought it was another centering pass. Sure looked like it. Could have just been tipped at the last moment. A chance to make it 7-2? No, and it's wide of the net. That was Dielstra. Kerpis again. And see, all of a sudden, they're now closing the crease as much as they can. And that almost ended horribly for Meemstra. Almost knocked it into her own goal. And that is a great pass up ahead for Booker. Booker inside. Save made by Parr. Too high for Canyu. And another bad pass from the Crush is taken by Geist. Canyu across to Krieg. Across the midfield line. Approaching 3 minutes to play, 6-2 game on the Atchison Company scoreboard. St. Cloud looking to stay in it, and it's a little high. They're not drawing up any bad plays. They just cannot connect on any of their passes. A 5-0 run for the Spuds. And save made by Parr again. I don't even think she knew at first that she made the save. Unbelievable. Holford drawing some contact on the near side. And she seems to be okay. Hofer in trouble, gets it out. Here is Stavanger to Keeping. Kerpis calling for her name. Keeping scores. Thought about passing it, but said, might as well take it myself.
Good goal for Moorhead, number 9, Aubrey Keeping.
Her second of the game. And it's 7-2 Spuds. Keeping was taking it all by herself, even with Kerpis standing right in front of the crease. So it's safe to say that goal was coming either way. And the lead has ballooned to 5 goals for the Spuds on the Atchison Company scoreboard. 36 seconds until the 2-minute warning. Ground ball to the midfield line. Almost scooped up by Martinson. Almost scooped up by Keeping. Still being fought for. Oh, Martinson making a big hit at the 40-yard line. And Martinson's also a physical player too. And that one makes her Just all-around dangerous on the field. And Martinson's going to stay out. And Stavanger will come out. And we're getting a little physical here at the Goda. Dealstra comes in. Free attempt for the Crush. A chance to cut the lead to 4. And they will. St. Cloud scores. That'll help a ton. And it's 7-3. Emma Miller will be credited the goal on the free shot attempt. So hopefully for the Crush, that gives them a little more momentum. It is definitely not in their favor at this point in the contest. Still a 7-3 game on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Faceoff is won by the Crush, however, until Martinson knocks it out of a Crush stick. Under a minute to play in the third. Here is Stoudinger. Stoudinger looking around. The Spuds are just swarming the 12-meter, and it works almost to perfection. They almost got the steal. But the Crush have another opportunity, and a whistle and a penalty. And another free shot attempt for St. Cloud. And a chance to make it a 3-goal game. And some more great defense from the Spuds inside the 12-meter. 5 seconds to play in the third. Ground ball still loose. And that's all she wrote for the third. The Crush outscored by the Spuds 4-1 in the third. It was all started by Sydney Martinson getting her first goal of the game, followed by goals by Mallory Stavanger, Kaylee Engebretson, and Aubrey Keeping. And Abby Kerpus also with a couple assists as well. She's been dropping dimes all game and all season. We'll step aside as we get ready for the fourth quarter of play.
Hi, I'm Katie with First Community Credit Union, and we're here in Fargo, North Dakota at Bailey's PDR. So what made you choose FCCU for your business needs?
I love the customer support that they give, that I have people's phone numbers that I can reach whenever I need to. When you're conducting business, you don't have hours to hopefully make up a financial decision, so sometimes you need those questions answered, and at FCCU, they're there always for you.
One more quarter to play here at the Goda. Tommy Fox coming to you live. Alex Ryan producing. Chris Carvel and Molly Grealis working the camera so you at home or wherever you are can watch the game unfold here this afternoon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. Quarter number 4, St. Cloud Tech and Moorhead.
Little bit of the Macarena. Nobody's dancing. Oh, there we go. I didn't see people dancing at first, but now they're starting to. Martinson will take the face-off once again for the Spuds, as always. And she'll win it almost. Jonk's able to get it before being caught in heavy traffic. Jonk had a go-ahead goal back in the second. Here is Stavanger and a whistle. And a penalty will be assessed to St. Cloud. Stavanger had a goal back in the third quarter. Stavanger, bouncer right in front of the net, no good on the attempt. Martinson was in the backfield, right behind the net. For a potential save, but she just let it go out of play. Here is Martinson on the near side. Martinson with the spin, around keeping. Martinson slices through her competition, and she scores. Her second of the game, and it's 8-3. Just lacerating the lane with efficiency and aggressiveness.
A minute 30 the time of that spud, the fourth quarter goal. It's 8-3 Moorhead.
After that Stavanger miss, Sydney Martinson said, you know what? Enough of this. I'm getting my second of the game. And I don't need any help. And she really didn't, as that was a beautiful goal for her 16th on the season. And she changed up her strategy a little bit. Instead of going for lasers right at the back of the net, she went for the bouncing ball technique, and it worked like a charm. Inside the 5-meter, ground ball picked up by the Spuds before being knocked back by the Crush. St. Cloud gets it back, and it's taken away. Back and forth here. Inside, nice save by Parr. Parr able to scoop it up. And the pass to Gilbertson, fought for. Taken back by the Crush. Here is Booker. She gets hit. Lost the ball right in front of Parr. Parr to Jonk. Jonk through traffic. Almost hung onto the ball through all of that rush hour traffic. Now it's Stavanger, and she draws contact. Quite a few penalties here as Kerpis couldn't secure the pass from Stavanger. Kerpis with some terrific defense, a tenacious effort. And she's able to get it back. Just outstanding. Staying disciplined and just making it happen. Centering feed, and it's no good. Save made there by Mimka. Eight minutes to play in regulation. Spuds looking to go 3 straight games of scoring having double-digit performances, rather. They scored +10 in the win against Osseo Park Center. They scored 14 in the win against Hermantown Proctor. And they look to make it 3 in a row where they score 10+ against St. Cloud and a penalty. It'll be June Chesky from the 12-meter. Here's an attempt and a stick save made there by Parr. She was ready for all of that. Spuds just went with a zone look. They gave up the open lane. And Parr was ready. Junk with the pass across of the crossbar. Gilbertson on the chase. It'll go the other way. Battling with Malmanger. And it's taken by Kerpis. Kerpis thought about giving it to Keeping, does. On the 12-meter. Here's Kerpis again. Finds Keeping again. Keeping scores! Oh, the chemistry was right there. 9-3. And Keeping with the hat trick.
Who's keeping score? Score by number 9, Aubrey Keeping.
And Kerpis, you could say, has a hat trick when it comes to assists. And once again, even though there's a hat trick, ladies and gentlemen, I don't see any hats being thrown on the field. Didn't happen last weekend, unfortunately. I suppose due to the cold weather, it plays a factor. Here's Martinson. She wants a hat trick. She's looking to take it herself. Almost got it there off the crossbar. That took an awkward bounce, too. Just over 5 minutes to play, and it's taken the other way. Across the midfield line. Some good passing from the Crush. Inside the 5-meter, and a nice block there by Parr. Scooped up just inside the 12. Almost taken by Canyu. Canyu with some defense. Canyu right there. Little bit of a double team on the far side, and it ends up being taken away. Some back and forth defense. With just under 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play on the Atchison Company scoreboard. 9-3. Pass inside the 5. They back out. And they don't want to do any gambles if they want a chance to stay in it. But time is running out. It is dwindling fast. The Spuds just playing phenomenal on both sides. It was a slow start offensively, but defensively, they have been locked in from the gate. Right off the jump, they've been locked in. And you got to give a ton of credit to Lake Parr. After a blowout loss in the first game of the season, she still had a confident mindset the rest of the way. Spuds trying to tag on to their total right of the net. Kerpis, she scores! That is the dagger to this one. Kerpis adding on to her superb day. Just clinical offense from the Spuds in the second half. This time it's Kerpis joining in on the fun. A 10-3 game on the Atchison Company scoreboard. And back to the discussion on Lake Parr. The Spuds opened the season with a 13-6 loss in Mounds View. They bounced back with a 15-3 win against Osseo Park Center, 14-2 win against Hermantown Proctor, and a chance to add on to their total as Martinson finds keeping inside the 5-meter. Gilbertson giving chase, kind of mini shovels it to keeping, back to Gilbertson. So basically Lake Parr has only given up 5 goals in the last 2 games. And a whistle and a penalty. Kerpis coming in. Keeping from the 8. A chance to make it 11-3 and 4 goals. Keeping is ready. Keeping scores! Eight goals on the year, 4 goals on the afternoon, 11-3 Spuds. A little more salt on the wounds as Aubrey Keeping makes it 11-3 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. The Spuds aren't done. They're hungry for more. Even if we've crossed the 2-minute warning. What a win that time from Martinson on the faceoff. Keeping looking for her 5th. And she's fouled again. Could she possibly get a double hat trick before the game's over? It is possible. From the 8 once again. Keeping. She scores again. Unbelievable. She's got 5 of them. Looking for a double hat trick. We still have a minute and a half left. She is definitely in her bag, like the fries are at the bottom. On the verge of a double hat trick. We'll see what Martinson does here. She'll pass to Kerpus, on the far side. Now it is Wojtke. And another penalty. This will be Wojtke. From the 8. Wojtke will score.
But goal scored by number 2, Candy Wojtke.
It is a 10-point lead for the Spuds. It was a 3-2 game at halftime. But 10 goals in the second half. How about that? And we'll see if Martinson can get a hat trick before the day's done. But the clock will continue to run, so it might not happen, but we'll see. Martinson will win the faceoff, and she might just play keep away. And she's definitely an unselfish player. And she will indeed play keep away, and that'll do it. 3 in a row for the Moorhead Spuds. 13-3. Here this afternoon, they've scored a total of 41 goals in their last 3 games. Or 42 goals in the last 3 games. There was a bug with the scoreboard. But yes, 42 goals in their last 3 games. 15 against Osseo Park Center, 14 against Hermantown Proctor, and 13 against St. Cloud here this afternoon. That is a wrap for girls lacrosse here on Spuds TV. The player of the game, of course, will go to Aubrey Keeping. 5 goals here this afternoon. Almost a double hat trick. Most of them coming in the second half. And she will definitely be a great fit when she joins the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point next year. With the excellent help of Molly Grealis and Chris Carvel running the cameras, and Alex Ryan, our producer, I'm Tommy Fox saying so long from Jim Goda Stadium.